Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nakarin. Taking a look at some of the top stories that we're following right now. There's an officer-involved shooting that is currently being investigated right now in Fulton County. Let me show you some video from the scene captured by our crews a little bit earlier this morning. And this shooting is now being investigated, and I should say it's in Southwest Atlanta. It's being investigated by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and several others. They say that they were called out early this morning to investigate this shooting involving a Douglas County deputy at a BP gas station on Fulton Industrial Boulevard, right off of Interstate 20. Multiple counties and agencies are now involved in this massive investigation. The Georgia State Patrol, the South Fulton Police Department, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and as I mentioned, the GBI. Currently on scene, and they have had the gas station taped off for much of the morning. Investigators seem to be focused on two vehicles in the parking lot in particular, a BMW as well as a Douglas County Sheriff's Office vehicle. And Atlanta News First reporter Chelsea Beimfor has been at that BP gas station again on Fulton Industrial Boulevard, where that shooting is still being investigated, and she has a closer look.
We know at least one Douglas County deputy has been involved in this officer-involved shooting here at this BP gas station on Fulton Industrial Boulevard. At this point, we don't know who shot who or if anyone was hurt. We have been seeing several investigators out here today working to process this crime scene, taking crime scene photos. There was also another car involved at a nearby scene that was wrecked. This was just to the right of the gas station. The two scenes were very close in proximity and do appear to be related, but police have not said how they may be linked together or how many people are involved in this officer-involved shooting. The scene has been very active for several hours this morning. We are working to get updates and expect one from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation shortly. Reporting in Fulton County, Chelsea Beimfor, Atlanta News First. We know at least one Douglas County deputy has been involved in this officer-involved shooting here at this BP gas station.
Continuing to gather more information, we're going to keep following the latest developments and keep you up to date as we learn more. Also want to let you know about this shooting in Southwest Atlanta. Two people shot and killed on Gordon Road. And this is actually just down the road from that police shooting that we told you about, that officer-involved shooting as well. So again, this is on Old Gordon Road. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson is on Old Gordon Road Northwest after speaking with loved ones where this all unfolded.
Well, guys, just about 10 minutes ago, I spoke with one of the victims' fathers who tells me that they're just heartbroken. They're all distraught right now. And he actually says that his son was with his good friend who was also killed. Now, this is after Atlanta police tells us someone drove to this home, got out the car, shot the two men, and then drove away. You're looking at the scene here on Old Gordon Road. Atlanta police responded to a home here around 11:30 last night. When they got here, they found two men dead in the driveway. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office identified the victims to be Vasquez Mendez and Jose Ozuna. Both are 21 years old. We're told one of them lives at the home. At this time, police say it appears there was an ongoing conflict between them and another person who police have not identified. They're now searching for the possible suspect who got away from the scene in a white car.
We believe the assailant arrived in the vehicle, got out, and did the shooting, and then fled. There's a connection to Mapleton with a suspect that we're trying to go through video footage to substantiate that.
Now, right now, Atlanta police, they're still trying to determine who this suspect is and where that person might be. They're also still investigating the motive. In Northwest Atlanta, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
Thanks so much to Asia for that report. We're going to keep following the latest developments there. Also want to let you know about some major changes coming to the state's police training requirements as Georgia ranks dead last for the required training hours. Atlanta News First reporter Abby Kasouris explains that these new courses and requirements are about to get a lot tougher.
They can walk out of the graduation, start a shift the following Monday, and they may be in a school shooting situation. They may be in a violent crime situation. They may be responding to a domestic violence or child abuse or something. And you just don't get a warm-up period.
Chris Harvey says the last time the curriculum for new officers was updated was in 2006. With those additional roughly 20 weeks in the academy, officers will get more hands-on training. Crisis intervention, defensive tactics, school shooter scenarios, and implicit bias training.
But you go back to 2006, the first iPhone wasn't even out at that point. There was no cybersecurity training. The idea of school shootings was still relatively new.
Harvey says around the metro, most law enforcement agencies already require more than 800 hours. There are more than 1,100 law enforcement agencies in the state. Harvey says this puts them all on the same page.
We want every basic police officer in Georgia, once they come out of the academy, to have the same basic skills. And this is really going to be a very leveling effect.
Abby Kasoris, Atlanta News First.
All right, and thanks so much to Abby for that report. Let's talk about this new effort in DeKalb County and Decatur. Their fire departments working to inspire more girls to become firefighters. The two departments teamed up for Female Firefighter Weekend, and we spoke with a fire chief about why events like this are so important.
There's a huge lag. We like for our workforce to make up the community we serve, and we know that there are way more women in our community, so we need to get more women on the fire department.
So crews are using talks, demonstrations, and interactive activities to teach teenage girls about the roles, the challenges, and achievements of female firefighters. So important. Girls 14 to 18 get to visit the DeKalb County Fire Rescue Academy to learn different skills needed to become a firefighter. All right, let's talk about the weather outside as we take a live look out here at the city. You see those blue skies and those white puffy clouds, and the temperature is about 85 degrees right now. But we understand that it's climbing. We have First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris with a look at that forecast coming up. Rodney's getting to us in just a moment. But, we do expect another hot day out there. As, we've been seeing really some scorching temperatures over the weekend, and we're expecting more of that to come. I do know that, we're expected to be in the high 90s later on this week. So again, First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris standing by with the forecast.
Thank you, Joy, and happy Monday to you, everybody. So heat, that's the story. If you were up like super early this morning, you know that we actually had some rain out there, even a couple of thunderstorms. No severe weather, but enough to where you definitely heard that earlier this morning. All of that is out of here, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because we need the rain. But that's it. We really don't have a good chance of rain in your forecast until like maybe Sunday. So hopefully you got a little bit of rain earlier this morning. As I mentioned, now it's all about the heat, and that will be our story for not only the rest of the day, but for the rest of the week. So on the right-hand side of your screen, there's a live look here over the city of Atlanta. What will happen today, we actually have a front that's moving through. The front won't cool us off, so I don't want to really call it a cold front, but it will bring drier air in, and as a result, you're going to see those clouds move out throughout the course of the afternoon. So even though we're seeing clouds out there now, it'll actually turn out to be sunny after lunchtime today. So let's walk you through that hour-by-hour forecast for the rest of your day. 91 degrees and sunny at lunchtime, 95 at 3 o'clock and 6. The high will actually be 96 right around 5 o'clock today. And even at 9 o'clock tonight, we're still at 88 degrees in Atlanta. So First Alert meteorologist Ella Dorsey mentioned this morning, and it's a good point. She's been talking about this a lot. It's not only hot during the day, but the temperature isn't really cooling off that much at night either. So that's just making it feel unpleasant the entire day, which is why we encourage you to drink as much water as you can if you're going to be outdoors for a long period of time and try to stay in the shade. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 96 today, 98 on Tuesday. So we've hit 98 before. We actually hit it over the weekend. 99 on Wednesday, pushing 100 degrees. And even after Wednesday, we'll stay in the upper 90s basically through the rest of the week and going into the weekend. As you can see, that dry air will keep us dry Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So absolutely no rain in your forecast. But by Thursday, we'll add a 20% chance of rain to your forecast. What's happening on Thursday is we have another front that will try to move into Georgia. This time of year, as you know, it's very difficult to get those fronts this far south. So a front will try to move in. Our models have been kind of backing off the rain on Thursday, so that's why we only have a 20% chance. But that's where that's coming from. You'll have a better chance of getting wet as you go into the mountains on Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, we'll keep a slight chance of rain in your forecast. By Sunday, another front is moving in, and that may give us a better opportunity for rain. So right now, the coverage of rain on Sunday is 40%. We'll keep you up to date on those rain chances because we know you need the rain, and hopefully we'll get some here over the next week. But definitely not over the next 3 days, just staying hot and dry. So make sure and drink plenty of water. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez will have an updated look at your forecast on Atlanta News First at noon. Of course, you can always find your forecast in the First Alert weather app. Everybody make it a great Monday, and until next time, we'll see you soon.